All right, this is everything I watched and logged on Letterboxd in February of 2026. Again, doing this just as kind of a fun creative exercise, and I'm in the basement right now. Just have a couple little lights so it's not pitch black. All right, first up, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I had never seen this until now. Seen clips from it, people talked about it, but a clearly understand why it's respected. Really good job at creating the awe, wonder, mystery. It makes sense why it has all the respect that it does. Super interesting. I had a fun time. Sure, you can feel that it's old, but if you're used to that, great. If you're not used to that, take the first 4 minutes, and once you're immersed in the world, you're good. Some strong visuals, some fun tracks in there. Kind of felt like some Stranger Things, which obviously Stranger Things is kind of reminiscing on that time period, so it makes sense. The door shot is inspo for season 2 of Stranger Things, when Will opens the door and he sees the shadow monster, Mind Flayer. So that was sick to finally see that. All right, Life of Chuck. Super fun structure of a movie. I had a blast with it. Don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, I thought it was great. Really fun. Doesn't hit enough for me to be like 4 and up, but I enjoyed it. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Had heard good things. Amazing film. Really well done. The mystery element, the structure, the intrigue of whose character is who, I think was really fun. I do remember feeling like some of the reveal wasn't crazy hard to guess, but still amazing film. 8 Mile. White Boy with Motion, original story. Yeah, so sick. I don't know why I waited so long to watch 8 Mile. Eminem is a legend. I loved how raw and gritty this whole movie was. This is sick. I also, part of me is like, oh, I could go shoot this right now. Also, I'm like, no, they crushed it. I'm not saying I'm that good, but the shooting style felt so raw and natural. Naked Gun, crazy, unique. Some movies find ways to mesh this fake and real and fanciful but present day and VFX and witty and comedy, and it's honestly super impressive how they do that. I felt like this movie had a lot of that. Crazy sequences. All said and done, it's not like, whoa, crazy film as far as what it left me with, but it was entertaining and impressive. Minority Report, super good. Tom Cruise is cool. Yeah, must watch Minority Report. Send Help, pretty entertaining. I wasn't crazy locked in, but the ability that they have to jump from serious leaning thriller horror into comedy and back and forth is impressive, which speaks to director, actors, and how they did the camera work. Bolt, I mean, I gave it a 3.5. It's a great animated movie. I really liked it. I remember thinking Bolt is kind of just good the whole time. I would have enjoyed if he had to overcome a little more of actually being good at what he does. I think was my takeaway. It's a little blurry in my head. Stand By Me, dang, I wish I would have watched this sooner as well, but also appreciate the eyes I got to watch it with now. I love young kid coming of age stories. Their intrigue with what they're going out there to find. I think as we age, it only gets more important to keep this youthful attitude. The quote where he says, "I'm in the prime of my youth, and I'll only be young once." I love that. The desire to explore, see something we haven't seen. Snowpiercer, crazy cool world building on the train. And the few times you do look out the window, the world building is cool too. The snow shots they did, mix of CGI, real life stuff, I'm sure. yeah, I thought it was super entertaining and not typical, but another good like class exploration film. Wuthering Heights. I know the adaptation score is low for everyone who's read the book, that this is very different than the Wuthering Heights book. I know it's like very female driven, but it was like watching a sick 2-hour music video. Don't really care for him, don't really care for her, but I was here for the drama of it. It was entertaining. The score by Charlie XCX is pretty sick. I went with Bella. Most of the theater was girls. But yeah, the soundtrack and the visuals rip. It was beautiful. Following, not crazy, but impressive for a first film, done on a budget. You start to get glimpses of what Nolan's really great at now. La La Land, again, hadn't seen this one yet. Crazy that I hadn't seen it. All of the reasons that people love this movie, I think, are justified. Ryan Gosling is amazing. I'll watch anything with Ryan Gosling. I'll watch him paint a wall, shirt or no shirt. Yeah, the lighting is good. I think this is another Linus Sandgren. He did Wuthering Heights and La La Land, and he's on Dune 3. So dude is good at making beautiful images, and this one's very colorful, lots of color all over the place, and same with Wuthering Heights. Great story. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. I feel like this one didn't get any hype, but it was actually a really fun storyline. I thought it was a little deeper than people gave it credit for, with how they kind of layered the present, future, and like all of the things people were speaking coming into action. I thought it was really interesting, kind of almost maybe the Matrix for Gen Alpha. I mean, I stand by that. It had a lot of interesting stuff to it and very applicable to today's youth. Fun time. I think it was a fun time. Some cool visuals too. The ending scene was really sick. Matrix rewatch. This was a blast. I logged it as if I hadn't watched the second and third one, just because they were pretty blurry in my head, because we watched these when I was younger. But all three of the Matrix movies are so sick. The first one, some of those images have been ingrained in my head for a long time. The pill moment, the world building, going in and out of the Matrix. I love how each character relates to it. I said on the world building note, this is why we love movies, to visualize the amazing ideas and get to live in the fictional but potentially true future civilization. VFX took a step up in the second one. Highway scene was crazy. Again, VFX got a little better, I believe. Fun sets. I'd love to shoot some sets like this. Okay, we're back. Go. Absolutely love this. Animated. The production design of all the basketball courts, so sick. All of the visuals were sick. Caleb McLaughlin, I think, crushed it as the voice. You could tell that Stephen Curry was involved. The vibes were all over the place in a good way. My main thing was that he should have been a little not so good early on. It was like he was good the whole time. I said that about Bolt too. This one I for sure said that after I watched it. Very kid-friendly, good morals, good language, no issues there. I like that it ended up being focused on teamwork. It's kind of the takeaway moral. Yeah, this movie was kind of whack. It felt like way too much like wacky callback. I don't know what to think about it. Visuals were sick. Like, look at that shot on top. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I gave this a 4. A lot of people are super high on this movie. I thought each scene on its own felt really good, felt lived in. The acting felt honest. I didn't really care like the whole time. I just felt like I was just sitting there being like, okay, now what? Okay, now what? Okay, now what? So I think from like I don't know. Brad Pitt is cool. What was my takeaway? The story meandered a bit in the middle. Yeah, people who knew the real life occurrence seemed to care more. I didn't. Fun movie. Honestly, I feel like I would bump it to like a 3.5. Maybe people hate me for that, but all two of you. Zootopia. I was very impressed with this movie. Emotional, heartfelt, not as perfect on the morals, I would say, as Goat. I think there's maybe strays a hint here and there, but overall I really enjoyed it. The main song is great. Legend of Ochi. I watched this and I was like, dang, this is really beautiful, and I feel like this is attainable. I was like, I could see myself shooting something like this in a couple of years. A lot of dramatic, hazy, over-the-top, moody scenes, beautiful soft light, daytime vistas, fun production design. The Ochi looked good. I think they did a lot of like animatronic puppet type stuff. Love the whimsical, adventurous feel. A little bit of Stranger Things, a little bit of E.T., a little bit of Avatar, a little bit of Arrival. Fargo, I see why this film is like really respected. I also just didn't enjoy watching it, and maybe that's because I live in Minnesota and I just see white dead trees in the winter all the time, and we just moved out of Minnesota, so maybe I'll like it more. But yeah, very well done. I think I hear too many Minnesota accents in my life in general to like find them entertaining in a film. Trainwreck. Okay, this was just wild. Like, I think everyone should just watch this to know what happened if they didn't. Like, absolutely psychotic. Insanity. Fruitvale Station rewatch. We went back in theaters and it was sick. Coogler deserves all the respect that he's earned. Michael B. Jordan deserves all the respect that he's earned. This story is crazy. I kind of go back and forth with some of these stories that get really politicized. At the core, as a human story, like, this is just so sad and shouldn't happen. And I watched the film not knowing the ending. I don't know if I'm too young or if I was too sucked into, I don't know what year the thing happened. Anyway, must watch. How to Make a Killing. Super entertaining, knew what it wanted to do, camera work was on point, everything just kind of like did what it needed to do. I don't know how to say it better than that. I feel like I'm maybe a little bit over seeing, what's his face, Glenn Powell's face and everything. I don't know. He's a good actor. Air, rewatch this again. One of my favorite movies. I feel like I love it more every time. I love the vibes. I love the acting. I love the banter. I love seeing the Nike stuff. Just like a good time. All right, last one. I went by myself middle of the day to the theater to see this, and so sick. I was like bopping the whole time, singing, and there's a couple songs I didn't know as well, and those were like, I went from not knowing them much to loving them just because I got to experience it in the theater. I love the attitude of these two dudes. They're here to have a good time, make good music, serve people. I thought it was really sick. Yeah, okay. That's everything I watched in February. We'll come back for March next. And March, I think I watched a lot. I'm a couple months behind, so catching up. Good girl.